unpopular opinions.
Or are they unpopular opinions?
Because anytime we seem to do one of these, we all clap, 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 we agree.
Yeah, it's either that or it's so, disgustingly long that it's you can't help but see that.
I know.
You know, so, look, unpopular opinions are cool and all, but you know what's really cool? Neckbeardia.co.uk 30%
off sale.
Yeah.
Pop, pop, pop.
There's
bang,
something,
bang.
as I said before in the other day's video, there is something weird going on with the post at the minute.
Yes.
Everything seems to be taking far, far longer, but it is coming in. I don't know why it's taking so much longer than usual.
It's not on our end.
It seems to only be to America, though,
only
as well.
to America, because everywhere else seems to be getting there a half-decent time.
Yeah, it only seems to be American post, so I've really not... I'm
UK
just
and
not sure.
Europe seem to be okay.
Yeah.
It's just you, it's your fault.
You know what, yeah,
it's all your fault, America!
Yeah, god damn it. So, let's jump into this. What's this thread all about? Are we going to get actual unpopular ones? And also, guys, we get this quite a bit, but whenever we do unpopular opinions, and there's a lot of people that are like, oh my god, I can't believe they actually... So just because we're reading it doesn't mean we actually believe it,
I know! We're reading it off a thread.
Right, okay, and you know what, sometimes we do agree with it, but look, we'll just find out this time, okay?
What are your unpopular opinions that cause endless seething on TG?
I enjoy Morkborg.
Yeah.
They absolutely despise us on TG.
I think 5th edition is a bad game.
Oh,
how dare you? It's basically fantasy superheroes. Characters by level 5 are literally unkillable by regular people.
What's the guy there? How's this unpopular? On TG especially.
Yeah.
This has to be a beat for them.
I know.
For us.
I think OSR distills the true sense of RPGs and takes the hobby back to its roots. It's the single best thing that ever happened to the RPG industry since the 80s. OSR is a test to the player's skill, not the characters. True OSR is about mundane everymen using wit, grit and common sense to loot merciless dungeons, And all that wit, grit and common sense comes from the minds of the players, not from any numbers and character sheets.
There's no guy there.
Yeah.
It's pretty much true. You know, the thing that gets me is a lot of guys are like, oh, stop playing D&D. And it's like, yeah, but I really like OSR, and I know OSR is mostly just early editions of D&D. I get it, guys. I get it.
But it's fun.
But I like it.
Yeah.
Okay? I've been really enjoying it, and you know what? Maybe give it a go. You know what? Unless it's that one guy that's like, all D20 systems are bad.
Yeah.
There's that one guy that shakes at me all the time and say, you know what, James, your game's fun and all, but use a D20 system, so that's kind of cringe,
that's
man.
That's a no for me.
You know what you should really be looking into? You should be looking into GURPS, man.
There's always one guy. There's always one guy.
I'm convinced no one's actually ever played GURPS
We've
before.
said this before numerous times. Yeah. I don't believe GURPS is a real thing.
It's actually...
Can't be.
I think it's fun. I think the books are interesting to read, and I think the monster manual is actually one of the best monster manuals I've ever read, especially when it comes to game design.
I've never seen one person play it.
Or people that do.
There's always one person like, I really want to play GURPS with it. No, Kyle. No, we don't.
The only one I know that's actually kind of called Kyle.
Is it?
Yeah. No, this is
pure guess.
This is another one.
It's because the genre of people who play it are called Kyle and Simon.
Yeah, why is that true?
And Glenn and Greg. Tell me. Wait, are Glenn's going to be watching this?
Glenn's not into. He doesn't like RPGs, so he doesn't.
Oh yeah, he doesn't even.
No, he's into war games. So
yeah, medieval fantasy fucking sucks. Asian people suck. That vine,
Right, okay.
That's a reference, it's not me.
Be racist or anything, but Asian people
suck.
There you go.
Right. Medieval fantasy fucking suck. All the good ideas have already been come up with.
Come on.
Oh,
tell me that sucks.
All the good ideas have already been come up with, and now people just mindlessly rehash it and think it's original.
Well, that's so funny.
I'm just thinking about the vine. The modern era has so much more interesting stuff to base a setting off of. And people that just stick with the most boring, cookie-cutter garbage. I hear that someone's setting is generic fantasy and I immediately lose all interest. Also, I hate dragons. They're the biggest Mary Sues of fantasy, but people look past that to whine about elves. The only depiction of dragons I've liked was the Shadowrun ones.
They're actually very cool, though. Actually, I will give you that. They're probably the most interesting take. It's like greedy CEOs or dragons.
And even then, I feel like they could be a different fantasy race without too much loss.
Yeah, I can see that. I think, yeah, you know what? Dragons, let's be serious, them for the most part...
Oh, they're overdone.
A lot of the time they aren't done that well. And if they are done, I don't feel like, oh, but this dragon's red, guys. No, but
this one's white?
No, you see, but this one's green.
Asian dragons suck!
No. I actually really like it. You know who's my favourite dragon? My favourite dragon's Falcor from the Neverground story. He's the coolest dragon, so he is.
Look, it's really late at night now. I'm going lippy.
Right, okay, you know what? He may have a point. Maybe medieval fantasy is overused. Maybe we could, I'd be more up for, you know what? Okay, next post, guys. I think Megan needs a minute. Magic sucked!
No, it's not funny when you do it.
It's not.
Magic doesn't need to be mystical, unreliable, mysterious, or anything else unless the setting is built for that.
Guys! Hacking science! I love science! I love science.
I'm really into making Rick and Morty, guys.
You need a... Megan, you don't understand. I knew a guy that...
We're literally waking up the baby.
I knew a guy, and he unironically said to me once, it's like, yeah, you know the thing with Rick and Morty is like...
I think I know who this guy is.
Yeah, unironically, do you actually need to have a relatively high IQ to understand Rick and Morty? And he said that to me without even...
Pickle Rick.
No, that was...
Aren't we all?
It was before Pickle Rick, so
just Pickle Rick.
This was a while back, so this would have been maybe 2015, maybe? I don't know if Rick and Morty was 16.
I don't keep up with the Rick and Morty time sphere.
Megan, you watched the first 2 seasons, I didn't.
I watched the first season.
Yeah.
I got bored. Maybe because I'm not intellectual enough.
You're not smart enough to understand it.
Maybe not.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay, magic, mystical, hacking science.
Okay,
guys,
magic doesn't need to be mystical, unreliable, mysterious, or anything else unless the setting is built for that. And not every setting needs to be. Maybe in a setting with rare Sonic James, with rare magic, this should be true. But in a Wuxia?
Or is it? They taking the piss out of me?
Setting, or superhero setting, or any other kind of setting where magic is supposed to be common and reliable, this mentality is stupid and out of place. Realistic fights is a stupid complaint as well. If one player at the table tries to interject their hema into the game where nobody else... What?
Spaghetti.
That was a different video.
If you guys haven't seen it, we
have another channel.
Yeah, we got another channel, Terminally Online. Check it out, guys. Second video ever.
Yeah. Into the game where nobody else, or nobody except the GM, knows what any of that shit means. Nobody's going to think it's cool or be impressed.
But no, I watched that video. That guy, you know that like Norwegian guy, Skalgrim, whatever you call him, and he talks about swords. You're not cool like me, Megan. You've probably never seen the channel, but he's really cool, and he actually goes into depth about fighting styles and stuff. You see, so I know this sort of stuff. You don't.
Okay, but you're talking to me with the confidence of a much taller man.
Am I?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
I've wanted to use that on you for a while.
You've been waiting for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to run gritty, realistic fights will only benefit you if everyone at the table is there for that tone of game. understands what it entails, and wants to roll with it. Realistic narration and tactics is going to run into problems if the rules don't support your action, or if you and your party aren't built to play out that style.
Check out Garpu system. That's all I'm going to say. Honestly, check out Garpu.
Check it out.
It's good. It does firearms very well.
Yeah.
If you like firearms.
In your games.
Check it out.
Try it out. Don't try to universalize unpopular stupid opinions. Okay,
I get you. In other words, the hacking science.
So, I don't know if you know this, but we've got a website with lots of models. And whenever I say lots of models, I mean lots of models. We've got models for any setting that you can think of. With humans with biddies, animals that shouldn't have biddies but do have biddies, dwarves and elves with biddies. Look, we've got a lot of smut models. But it doesn't stop there. We really do have models for anything and everything. And to be honest, they look so good. Chef's kiss, so good. But it's not all smut for all you good Christian Minecraft server players. We've got you covered. And we even got the weebs covered too, which is unusual for this channel because we don't like weebs.
The weebs aren't that bad, okay? They're just fun to laugh at.
We also have 5th edition subclasses and adventures, which some of them are free for download, and we sell a physical printed copy of Steel Water as well, and you can request a signed version if that's your thing, where I'll draw a penis on it for you.
If you want us to sign a couple of decks, we'll give you decks, okay, guys? That's what we want.
Anyway, if you enjoy what we do here, go ahead and check out the website. It helps us out so much, and we don't need to worry about our YouTube overlord striking down another one of our channels. Our website is also now available as an app on Android. Also, and the winner of the daily giveaway is this guy! Yay! Woo! Woo!
Look, anyway, in for a chance to win, all you gotta do is like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, automatically entered in.
And to claim the prize, you just send an email to neckbeardiacontact@gmail.com. Let's go back to the video. GURPS is an overcomplicated mess.
Okay, you know what? We worked it out. After talking about Rick and Morty, maybe you do need a high IQ.
High IQ to play GURPS. Or either high IQ or high spectrum to play GURPS.
Yeah, it's one or the other. You can't have both. You can't have both. So, honestly, if you are a GURPS player, are you on the spectrum? Serious question. And depending on how many people answer that, honestly, maybe, look, maybe we might be able to get an actual answer. Or do you just genuinely have a high IQ?
GURPS is an overcomplicated mess that took the worst aspect of it, and every edition made it more of it like that until its audience dried up and became the same as D&D drones. Or Dane drones. Who bend the system into any sort of complicated pretzel, they actually fix it. And who responds to any issue with, if you follow the system rigidly and without thinking, magic happens and everything works out.
I get what he's saying. I get it. I still stand by that though, honestly. If you haven't had a chance to read some of the monster manuals, they're very well put together. Just putting that out there, guys.
But you need a high IQ to do so.
And maybe I just, you know what you need actual high IQ for? I feel like an absolute fucking retard is Only War. I'm not even joking, guys. Keep it to the one. Okay, do you need a little high or low? Well, it just a bit. No, you don't do that, man. It's either high or low. You can't just tell me sometimes it'll go
higher.
Higher. Yeah, like
the fucking Price is Right.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Fucking Price is Right. That's exactly what it is. And then don't throw it. Like, see, whatever you're doing, it's like, okay, look, D100 system. I get it, makes sense, but it doesn't really need to be. You make it a D10, all right? You could have made it a D10. Yeah. And there's no need to be shouting at me like now, because I know one of you guys is shouting at me. It's like, well, James, I know you're just actually retarded because you enjoy eating workboard and you think
you like Rick and Morty.
I don't particularly. I've never actually given it a chance. I've never given it a good chance. Is Rick and Morty actually funny, guys?
And look, it's the same thing with me and Twilight. I'm never gonna watch it.
Yeah, I feel like if I didn't watch it at the time, I
don't want to be like in my 30s rocking about saying Rick and Morty quotes. Some of these guys watching this going to feel partially attacked.
Right, so Megan's laughing at me now, so she is, because I found a post, I was like, oh, I like this, it's like, GMing is actually the most fun side, and Megan's like, oh, where's that? I said, it starts GMing.
No, you said it's where it starts. Like, my guy,
Look, guys,
But where does it start?
GMing.
But where?
But where? Right, do you know where we are actually? Like,
Yes, I've got it now.
there we go, guys. Let's go for that. I don't know, guys. This turned into a funny video. We probably shouldn't be recording something.
No, it's 11:15 at night.
Yeah, it's a certain point of the day where we used to
And
always record.
I've actually been doing like a weighty job all day, so like I'm tired.
Yeah.
It sucks.
It sucks. Dad job is like come in and helping the chippy. Okay.
Okay. GM is actually.
Let's show Vicar. No, you're not the one that does the salt. You do the frying.
I do the frying.
You top fry.
I wiggle the chip baskets. I go, the chips are wiggling up. I passively wave at anybody at the till. Like it. How's your day going? It's alright there. You want a sausage?
Yeah.
You want a sausage?
Yeah, you're not on the telly. Don't see it on.
What?
Are you on the telly?
Sometimes.
It just depends.
Yeah, but mainly frying. I fry the fish. Shake a basket.
I cook the chip.
I cook a chippies. What the fuck?
I don't know what this video's turned into. Look, let's just do this one and we'll call it a day. Well,
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
GMing is actually the more fun side of tabletop role-playing games, and only unsocialized retards end up with groups that don't appreciate them and aren't open to new systems, ideas, and types of fun. This is literally your fault if you're playing in a bad group. You're the problem, not anybody else.
I can't help but kind of almost agree to that to a certain extent. I kind of feel like we've done so many fucking videos at this point of just bad DMs or bad players or whatever. It's like,
at what point does it become the person in the story's fault?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The person writing the story, it's your fault.
It does hit a point. It does hit a point. It's like, yo, man, can you just like sort your fucking life out? I'm here to play.
You didn't have to go.
You know what? You know what the really thing. You know the thing is really changed me. I think honestly, see having a child and like see the idea of having to like deal or like listen
With actual idiots.
to that type of stuff on a daily basis.
I'm
like,
married to one I don't need to deal with anymore.
You stuck with me for
I'm
life.
stuck.
Anyway, look, let's keep going.
The tabletop role-playing game hobby is actually two groups. Those that only play and will only ever play D&D and its derivatives, and people who actually like role-playing games. The latter group will invariably have better games because they are simply exposed to different systems and styles of play, like GURPS.
And you guys played Star Wars Fantasy Flight. I should quite enjoy Fantasy Flight. I still don't know what the
I've got wild heartburn from laughing this much.
Right, look, let's just bang this one out. Let's do it.
40k is a lost cause.
But like
it should be abandoned the same as Wizards of the Coast. Wait, what do you call it?
What's it?
It should be abandoned the same as Wizards of the Coast products should be abandoned. But pay pig consumers will complain the whole way to hell and slowly boil like frogs as GW change everything they like about it. If you think the state of it is okay, you'll eventually be in the same boat as the changes alienate you too.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm
just sniffing. My nose is blocked.
Like you were smelling burgers in my ass or something.
I do that to James quite a lot. Well, especially whenever we're in the car. James is like autism leaks whenever we're in the car, and if something happens, I go, "Do you smell that?" And he goes, "Oh, Megan." I go, I smell burgers, ass burgers." And he cracks up at me.
Sorry. Frogs in a bucket, most definitely. That's what I feel like whenever it comes to 40k, sadly.
Solo games are for losers who can't find a group. Just go play a CRPG. The experience is better and no less linear. I think AI art is the future for mass-produced or medium-quality needs. I have never even once considered commissioning character art, and I think most people who do are self-indulgent or should have to put the money literally anywhere else. If artists are actually good, they can compete against AI in quality or creativity, or having a distinctive, attractive style. Artists who bitch about it are almost always the bottom of the barrel Tumblr and DeviantArt creeps.
I would 100% agree with that.
Yeah.
I consider AI art to be up there. It's the same thing with ChatGPT, honestly. It's like people are saying like, oh, you can get ChatGPT to like write story
And I'm sorry, see some of the AI art that it produces is absolutely beautiful.
Some of it does. Some of it's really good. And unironically, but I still get artists to do a lot of my books.
Yeah.
It depends on what it is I'm wanting to achieve.
Yeah.
Like, it depends.
Cover arts and stuff, like...
Oh yeah, I'd hire someone to do that. Cover art?
Yeah. Like, AI could do a pretty good job.
AI can't do a very good job. And again, I think the only people that are really complaining about AI art are people...
Are artists.
No, because I think artists will still be able to compete. You just need to fucking...
It's going to get harder, though.
It is going to get harder.
It's going to get harder. Wait until, like, Sketch AI comes out.
Well, it already kind of is.
I know what you mean. It depends on what you put in.
Well, look at writers as well. There's a lot of people that are like... I think it's funny, though. I really do think it's funny. The people that complain the most was like, oh, I'll go learn to code. Like coal miners and all that. It's like, I just learn to code. Who's getting a place now, you fuck? You stupid fuck! You know, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
That is. To me, that's what it feels like anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly, AI art, I get why people don't like it. I get it completely. Personally, I don't mind it.
I don't mind it.
As long as it's done.
AI still
I think
terrifies
AI art,
me though.
If it's done shit, it's done shit. But if it's done well, it's done well. There's definitely a skill to learn how to use the prompts anyway.
And how to use it properly. Yeah, 100%.
I think they're definitely.
But I would pay somebody to do that.
Yeah, that's unironically what I've been doing.
Yeah, pay somebody to do that. Like, you give them a rough idea of what they want, of what you want, and they know the prompts, so they go ahead and do it. Like, thanks.
There we go. Honestly, that's where I think people need to learn, because there's some people that are making my AI art that I just can't do.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, I've never actually really
sat down and give it the time.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. It's like anything. It's a bit of a skill.
Yeah.
But what do you guys think? Have you guys got any unpopular opinions? Again, my only... Oh, you know what? I'll give you an unpopular opinion. I don't know if we've done this video yet. I don't know. The time we're recording this, I don't know if I'm going to be doing that one with Garbo yet. But that whole Leyland Press thing, didn't you guys see that? Did I tell you about that, Megan?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was this fucking, like, activists that are pretending to be, like, game designers. They're like, oh my god, one of the people we hired to, like, work on the project, like, a freelancer, also worked with this very problematic company, Lamentation of the Food Princess, and they're highly bigoted and sexist and all this type of stuff. And they've sold over 20,000 PDFs. It's fucking beautiful, so it is, man, honestly. I love it. But yeah, that would be only, like, one I can think of. It's like activists and like what is it with everything I fucking get into? I can't find a hobby that hasn't been fucking front and center of culture war bullshit.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
it feels like everything
I want to fucking do has been invaded by these fucking people, man. Like, that's what it feels like. I feel like it's getting to the point where it's like, can I not just fucking enjoy something
without being shouted at?
No.
Please.
Like, when was the last time? Like, seriously, it just happens every time. What is it with male-dominated nerd hobbies that seem to just attract these fucking beta meal
losers?
Fucking loser. Yeah, that's the only way you can describe them, though, Megan.
I know it is. No, it
they
really
fucking
is.
Are losers, man.
They just complain about everything for the sake of complaining.
But then I feel like sometimes, am I doing that? Are we doing that by complaining?
No, because we're on the verge of boomers, so no.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
So we're allowed to.
I'm nearly 30. I'm allowed to do this.
I know, but sometimes I do feel like, am I doing anything to? Am I feeding it though?
Yeah, but sometimes I like poking the bear.
I suppose that's me sometimes.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, I think that would be my unpopular opinion. Is I don't know if talking about these subjects is a good or a bad thing. On one hand, if you ignore them, you just can continue to let it grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
And I don't see very many people willing to actually talk about it. Most people just want to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And not get involved with such things, even though it's quite clear what's going on. If you fucking paid attention over the past 10 years, you fucking know what's going on.
Yeah.
But again, by doing so, are you, is it like a self-fulfilling prophecy? Does that make sense?
It's just like it's like, you know, the meme of Pepe Mouse. I like cheese. Nice to meet you. I like cheese. Goodbye. Nice to meet you.
Oh,
yeah. That's what it's like. Yeah. It just goes round and round and round.
Yeah.
Or cheese to meet you.
Well, you know what's going to happen? We're just going to end up getting banned. That's unironically what the end stage is.
Yeah,
we just get
probably.
banned for hate speech or something
Yeah.
along those lines.
Honestly, surprised it took it that long.
I'm surprised we actually have made it so long, if
I
we
know.
honest with you guys.
Not that we speak hate speech, but like
No, but
the way we talk.
No, the way we talk, people.
Asian people suck!
All those moments would be lost in time. Like